Om Sri Sai Ram. साई मेरा मैं तेरा ये है प्रेम की बहती धारा साई प्रेम की बहती धारा साई प्रेम की बहती धारा एक दूजे से प्रेम करो मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा मेरा बाबा प्रसन्न होगा ओम श्री साई राम Today happens to be my 70th birthday, 28th of January. There are so many sweet memories attached to birthday of this child of God and birthday of Swami. They are interconnected. As I mentioned in one of my videos, the game began in 1979 when I came to Whitefield for his divine darshan to seek his blessings on my birthday, along with my wife Pooja and my father-in-law Dr. Hingorani. So as we were sitting, and I got a beautiful homemade cake done by my Bhabiji Sumana, and all the prasadam, dry fruits, flowers, letter, everything that normally we take for blessings from Bhagwan. And with his grace, I was as such always permitted to sit in the front row, just behind the singers. And being my birthday, I was Mr. Krishnan, who was in charge of the Sairam shed. He was very, very, very loving to me. So I was sitting in the front row along with my father-in-law, and Swami came. I mentioned it in details. On that day, Swami did not even look at me when he came for darshan. He spoke to my father-in-law, he took letter from my wife, he went around, bhajans were going on, but he did not look at me, and I was holding the tray, so I could not even touch him because my both hands were full with prasadam. And it was expected, means it was normal. Anybody comes for those days, especially, it was unthinkable that Swami would not bless. But this is beautiful God. And Swami started walking back. Now it was, and you can imagine my emotional state of mind. I was in tears. As soon as Swami was about to enter his gate towards his house, those days there was no tray, the old mandir. I just shot one arrow of love at Swami. Arrow of love. I said, Swami, what mistake have I done? I started recollecting. I was doing seva every day, bhajans every day, being disciplined in all the habits, would not indulge into anything that would displease Swami. Why Swami is not blessing me? On my birthday, it was the first time I had come for my birthday. Look at this God, and he's simply walking as if he doesn't know me. Swami, please, Swami, tell me at least why you are not blessing me. What mistake have I done? And he told me directly. He is there, nearly 100 meters away. He said, Tum mera birthday mein nahi aaya. Why should I bless you on your birthday? You did not come for my birthday. Wow. The previous year, 1978, Swami's birthday, I was actually asked by I was Sevadal convener, and our state president, Mr. Sawant, told me, Harish, you should go. I said, no, sir, I just got my first tender as an engineer to construct a very important road. So I will not be able to participate this birthday. In that immature arrogance, I thought that my work is more important. Swami wants us to be duty is God, work is worship, and all those justifications. Of course, we did everything in our Sai Nilayam, all the bhajans, everything beautifully. Seva activities on birthdays, anybody's birthday, we will go to remand homes, blind schools. We'll celebrate birthdays only with the children, with the destitute children, nowhere else, no parties, nothing, no ways. But still, Swami was giving me that intimate relationship, feel of that relationship. You did not come for my birthday, why should I bless you for your birthday? I'm also, after all, his child. I again sent back my another arrow of love. I said, Swami, I promise. Till I am alive, I will not miss your birthday. Even if I am dead, my body will reach. But now you must turn back and bless me. Now, I can't take this. It was impossible, for I was in tears. Can you imagine, brothers and sisters, the Lord of the universe, one step inside his mandir, the gates being closed behind him by the volunteers, he turns around and walks briskly directly towards me. No left, no right. 90% crowd has left for auto rickshaws, buses, and even the gents and ladies singers, VIPs, they were just packing up their instruments and everything. I figured Swami has come. He did not look left and right. Direct to me, blessed everything. I could not even get up on my knees. He bent down and blessed everything, and took the letter, put his hand on my head, and turned back to his. This is Swami. The universal God has decided to become our personal God. I can very humbly say that I have my personal God. And He establishes that relationship. We can't. Only those whom God chooses can choose God. He decides. We can't even have that arrogance that no ways, no ways. And again, I have celebrated from that 79, nearly now 42 years, every birthday, my birthday and his birthday, either in his physical presence or divine presence in Puttaparthi, Dharmashetra. And luckily for me, 28th January also happens to be birthday of our Sri Indulal Shaji. So Swami would many times come to Mumbai on 28th January. He would be there and I would get my chance there. And during those days, Swami used to let me, I can't describe all the 43, but 42 birthdays, but during one birthday, I have put it in my video again, how Swami gave me 2 laddus on his. Every time Swami would throw laddus at the boys. And our state president Sawant told me, Harish, this time our Maharashtra, you are a Sevadal in charge, so you can't be going and sitting with the students with their scarf. So you be careful and don't, because I know that you are always rushing behind Swami. He gives you laddus, he gives you love, but now you are Sevadal in charge, so you have to be very disciplined. And there were gates fixed. Let me just briefly recollect. Early morning after Nagar Sankirtan, we were just moving towards the Purna Chandra. We were supposed to sit till Swami comes. It was right from 6 o'clock till 9 o'clock or so. And I was praying, Swami, today no chance. Because first gate was Andhra, second was Karnataka, third was some state, Tamil Nadu, and then Maharashtra, something, fourth or fifth gate. So I prayed in my mind, Swami, today, now I give you 2 options. Either you make me sit in the front and give me laddus from your hands, or you have to come to me and give me the laddu. Whatever you decide, but you have to give me that laddu. And when I reached the gate, the entrance first gate, there were security officers who knew everybody by face practically. And because I was frequent visitor, all people, they knew me. But still in that early morning, half light, twilight, the main Sevadal in charge, they changed the position and somebody came and he picked up my badge. He read my name. Haresh Thakur from Andhra. Go from the first gate. Look at my face. Haresh Thakur from Andhra. And saw me on that day, gave me two laddus. That is his ways. His ways ensure his grace. Third, I should mention is in Dharmashetra, 1988-89, probably. Swami had come for my birthday. Indulal Shah's birthday, he had come apparently. So we were given Pad Namaskar, and when he came, I prayed, Swami, you please visit Ulhasnagar. I was chairman of the Samiti. And Swami had visited 1976. Ulhasnagar is one of the few places Swami had visited. Unprecedented crowd. So Swami came, I prayed, next time जब आता हूं तुम्हारे घर में आता हूं. Wow. That time I did not know the inner meaning of the next time. And again, let me fast forward 2012, my birthday, when I was crying, Swami, how could you leave? You can't. You have promised me that I'll be living with you in this birth and next birth. You have given the word. You can't go back. And you have promised so many things to so many people, to the entire humanity, in fact. And your every promise is recorded. I will not allow you. I just left and right. I will not tell him, Swami, we will carry forward your mission, you bless me, your legacy, and not. What legacy? What mission? Even Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara cannot carry forward his mission. What he has decided to do, he alone can do. No lesser authority can do it. Creating universities and hospitals, this is just incidental. Cow gives milk for the calf. The humanity takes advantage of that as incidental. That is not the purpose of this avatar. And he has declared himself, recorded, I have come to light the lamp of love in each and every human heart, and I will uplift the human mind to the next level of human awareness. I caught him on that, Swami, no ways, nobody else can do this, you have to do. And he appeared, and he then promised, I will reappear. I said, when? Don't tell I will come to your house and then I wait for 30 years. I wanted to take his word on that. He said, before your birthday. And he appeared in my vision before my birthday, 2013, and showed me where he actually is. He is giving darshan to Himalayan Rishi Munis. Swami had mentioned privately to some groups. There are so many Rishi Munis waiting for his darshan. For last 3 days, again, every day he is appearing in my dreams, giving me darshan, showing me that he has come back, and he is giving darshan in Kulwant Hall on the sands. And the latest was he is visiting an institute with the boys are there, I am sitting there, and Swami is distributing laddus. When I miss it, he tells me, yes, I know, you didn't get it, no, come. He gives me the laddu, and then he sits on a table on the raised platform, like talking to all the boys, and I'm just sitting quietly behind him. But then when he gets up to go, the car is waiting. He finds, and everybody finds, that there is a patch on back of Swami robe, because apparently the table which was hurriedly brought for him to sit was not clean probably, which is never done, but it was visible So everybody got, all the boys, small boys were there. So they didn't know what to do. Swami looked at me. Now what will you do? Because he looked at me, so I had to respond. I said, Swami, don't worry. I will cover you up. Nobody will notice it. I will do that. He said, okay, come. And I walked behind Swami, actually covering his body in such manner with his grace. So beautifully I could do it. Nobody watched. He crossed the entire crowd without anybody noticing it, and he got into the car. So I was so happy. So it is a strong indication that he is coming very, very soon. I believe we have to make him feel that we need him. We must not tell him that, Swami, we will do your mission and we will take your legacy forward and all. Then he will say, okay, Manchidi, like one boy said, Swami, I am you. He said, okay, go and give darshan. We are not qualified, none of us. Even gods cannot do, even Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara cannot do. No avatar has done what he has decided to do. He has to come. He's coming very soon. And then I was thinking whether to record this or not. Just few minutes before he gave me the message. Think with love. Think with love. Somebody asked me, what is the actual interpretation of this? You always speak about thinking with love. How should we do it, and what is the inner meaning of this message of Swami? We know that we all are humans and we have a human mind and human intelligence to perform our worldly things. So we always think, calculate from here. Manchiri. It is not that Swami wants us to be mindless people. No ways. Swami says first common sense, next divine sense. So much so, Swami said good people suffer not because of their goodness, but sometimes because of their foolishness. So we don't have to be foolish. But think with love. Actually, to Swami today revealed just few minutes before. Love is God. Love is the light of God. God and love and his light are inseparable. Inseparable. When you think with love means actually you think with God. Just imagine, many times when we are confused somewhere, we call somebody whom we trust, that person will guide us, advise us, or at least when we share with them, something will come about. Swami said, I am giving you this privilege to think with God. Think with love. Even if you have to think with mind, worldly matters, that we must think our intelligence. But even Swami says, his beautiful bhajan, Prema Mudita Manase Kaho. First you saturate your mind with love. Prema Mudita. First saturate your mind with love, and then think of that person or situation who is giving you some irritation, some complications. Love is awareness, brings about that awareness. Everything will be crystal clear moment you think about any person, any situation with love, his love. Humanity has forgotten to love. Man's extremity is God's opportunity. Today we are become loveless minds, loveless humans. Love is God. Love is the soul of our life. Can you imagine life without the soul? Yes, life exists. The body is there, but the soul is gone. What will you do with that body? What will you do with the mind which has no love, no soul in it? It is a dead mind. It is dead intelligence, and dead cannot deliver. That is why there is so much confusion, so much hatred, so much of violence everywhere in the world, because we have forgotten to think with love. Our leaders, so-called, who have become now dealers, They have forgotten to even think with love. Forget act with love or react with love. They think with ego. And where there is ego, I go. Think with love. Think with God. Think with the light of love. Everything will be clear. We will go to the fundamental discrimination. Only universal mind can solve universal problems. Selfish minds cannot solve their own problems. And selfishness is DNA of our leadership. Everywhere across the world, in every field. Selfishness, Swami used to say, the root cause of all the problem in this world is selfishness and self-interest. They are thinking like a frog in the well. They can't think beyond. For love to be pure and selfless, it has to be universal and limitless. And you can love sufficiently enough. If we can love sufficiently enough, intensely enough, selflessly enough, we could be the most powerful persons in this world. Because then we shall live our lives not for love for power, but with power of love. The whole game will change. And that is the purpose of this avatar. He is going to change the game very soon. जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय जय जय.